All right, Aries. Cardinal Fire is up next. I'm getting ready to do a reading, pull some tarot cards, and check in with Cardinal Fire. The moon is currently in Aries, along with Mars, along with Chiron, a whole bunch of action going on, and the moon is full. So we're all feeling that Aries energy. We're all feeling a lot of influence from that Cardinal Fire. So this reading is for everybody at this moment. This reading is a collective reading while this moon is in Aries. And this is also a reading for you if you identify as an Aries. Whatever planets, whatever houses, if you feel like you're in Aries for whatever reason, this is for you. Thanks for tuning in. I'm really enjoying doing these videos and getting this channel started, and I really appreciate everybody who is watching and subscribing, and I hope these messages are useful. Yeah, that's it. I ask that these messages come to me in a way I can understand. I ask that I communicate these in a way that can be understood. And I ask that these messages are in alignment with the greater whole, with the purpose of why we're here. And I hope that they find the people that need to hear them. Whoa, okay. Here goes these aces again. Which way was it? I could read it both ways is the funny part. But I'm going to take it this way. So we have the ace. On the very bottom of the deck is the 8 of Pentacles. Aries is focused. Aries is very driven. Underneath the 8 of Pentacles, the High Priestess and the Chariot in reverse. And under that, the Ace of Cups. Aries is either purposefully or subconsciously ignoring a very strong attraction. Aries is putting their head down and focusing on what they need to do. And in really ignoring or not moving on something that is pulling on you. There's something pulling on Aries that is a very, very strong attraction. The Ace of Cups. This is something in the psychic realm. So Aries having dreams about it, having visions, daydreams, fantasies. There's I'm seeing somebody at work fantasizing. Somebody trying to focus on work and not being able to keep their mind off of what that desire. Using work to try to keep your mind off of what you desire. There's this is the surface level and what is happening inside that man's mind as he's hammering away at in his mind. It's this psychic connection, these visions, these fantasies. It's this pull. There's some really strong pull. These two cards next to each other are amazing because they both have this duality of this light and this dark. It's almost like a masculine and a feminine version of a very similar figure. the High Priestess has harnessed duality. She can see, this is why it's intuition. She can see both things. She can see her subconscious and her conscious. She's sitting between both of them. This is about vision, right? Being able to see both in both realms. This one is about being able to harness both. Have them working together in a way that creates forward motion. So in reverse, behind this guy, it's like he's doing all of this in the 3D realm. He's focusing on something. He's like, you know what? I need to just put my head down and do what I need to do. And, but meanwhile, the whole time, there's this strong pull internally in his heart space. There's this strong pull. Aries. Damn. Wow. Okay. The Five of Cups in the reverse with the World and Strength. It's almost like it's unavoidable. It's totally unavoidable. Whatever this is that Aries has on their mind, whatever it is that Aries is being pulled towards or fantasizing about, is totally unavoidable. It's going to happen. Whether that's good news to you or bad news to you, I don't know, right? It's that, like, is this something that he's trying to resist or is this something that he's subconsciously ignoring or thinking that is not? It's like I can't quite tell here from these cards if this Aries energy is even aware of how strongly they're pulling this towards them. This could be entirely subconscious. I'm getting this feeling of someone minding their business, thinking they lost out. Someone like, oh, it's too late. I'm just gonna go work on something else. Like, I might as well not even try. Kind of energy, just very head down. Who was the other sign that got that reading? I literally called it pick your head up. Your blessings are coming. So these cards came out too. It's this energy of having your head down when there's something coming in. And the World and the Strength together, it's like, I'm getting this image of like someone's blessing, like muscling their way through the door and being like, no, I'm here. You're gonna. It's so forceful. There's so much force. Look at these majors. And look at the minors, right? It's like, these guys don't have any chance of resisting all that. All this ace. Yeah, I'm getting these two together is very, I don't know, it's very sexual. There's something driven in it. If it's not a love relationship, it's something that Aries really deeply is driven about and has or someone's driven towards Aries. Wow. Yeah. Wow. This was coming at Pisces too. This one was coming at Pisces too. It's like incoming. This is someone coming at you. This is overwhelming. The Magician, the King of Cups, and the Page of Wands, all upright. There's that unstoppable action I was getting even from the world and the strength. This is huge. This is a huge amount of passion, fulfillment. It's like the Ace of Cups is backed up by this King of Cups. Aries, whatever you're ignoring, whatever you've got your head down, or whatever you're trying to act like is not on your mind, trying to pretend like you're not thinking about it, that thing is thinking about you. I almost am getting this feeling of like Aries is almost being manifested by someone else. Like, this is insane. Here comes that 9. Damn. Okay, that's why Aries is not seeing it. The 9 of Swords with the 3 of Swords and the 2 of Cups in reverse. I mean, this is plain as day. Aries is totally devastated and still in their head about some connection that was lost. A love connection that really hurt them. Something in the past. You see, these 3 are reversed. It's like, this is what this guy's thinking about. This 9 of Swords, being trapped mentally. This is what is trapping this Aries energy. I'm almost getting this feeling of, oh, yeah. It's that feeling of like when someone does you wrong or somebody really did you dirty and maybe you walked away. Maybe you walked away and focused on, you know, what you needed to do, focused on yourself, focused on something else. Put your head down. It's like, see, more head down. Both of them have their head down. It's like, this is why his head is down. And this 8 of Pentacles, it's like Aries is pouring themselves into their work because they're in their head about, it's like a way of avoiding thoughts, a way of avoiding those circular thoughts. It's this storyline, and it's like the circular thing is when somebody really does you wrong, and you walk away, fully walk away, and you go mind your business and you go get in your head about it, but you don't really get like revenge. You don't really get like, you don't get revenge. There was no, it was like Aries was done dirty, was on the receiving end of some really nasty shit and heartbreak. Whether it was even, I don't even know actually if it was nasty. It could have just been rejection. It could have just been Aries loved somebody and they didn't love them back. It could have just been Aries put themselves out there trying to make a connection and the connection was lost and that hurt them. It's not necessarily being done really shady. There's not a lot of shady energy here, but it was something that Aries, that really pierced that soft spot. It was like Aries really made a connection with someone and really felt lost out on that connection. That, there's something unresolved about it. It's like Aries didn't get that last word in, or it was left, they were left looking, not that. There was something about it that Aries had to take a loss ego-wise, take a loss in terms of, like not say that, like it was almost like Aries could have hurt the other person. That's what it was. That's why I was saying revenge. Aries could have hurt the other person bad. Whatever hurt Aries, they had an opportunity. There was this opportunity to go back and hurt that person, and get revenge. And because Aries did this instead and was just like, I'm just going to focus on me. Damn. Hold on. Okay. Lights back on. All right. Yeah. Aries just walked away and now they're in their head. Don't be petty. If you walked away from a situation and you minded your business, you were the bigger person, right? So I feel like there's this element almost of getting caught up in like a tit for tat type of mentality, getting caught up in like I definitely feel like Aries, there is something that they were wronged somehow. Whether that rejection itself was just really painful or there was actually some level of getting taken advantage of, getting lied to, betrayed, something, whatever it was, it's like Aries feels this lack of like damn, I want to go back and like exact my revenge on this person or this situation or this rejection. Like, no, you don't get to fire me, I quit type of energy. So it's very like, that's really cyclical. Being in that space is very cyclical, and it can really trap you. It can put you in this situation where your head is down. It can put you in a situation where you don't, want to engage with the world. You want to just like keep yourself busy. And you're going to engage with the world whether you like it or not, Aries. It's funny because this is so kind of similar. Again, there's this theme with all the readings I've done so far on this channel. There's this theme, and it's this new beginning coming in, and all the different ways that the signs resist or fuck up their blessings or block their blessings or like do something to undermine it. It's like that has been the theme in the collective, is there's this newness, there's these new things trying to come in. New love, new opportunities, new connection. And these readings have all been like, okay, here's how you don't block that new beginning trying to come to you. Here's how you help that in. And this is a very Aries version of that. It's funny to me. It's very like, Aries is so kind of, that Cardinal Fire, right? It's sparkling and takes up a lot of space and has magic, and it's very big. Aries energy can be big. It's that warrior spirit, right? And this is like someone playing really small. Like this 8 and this 9 with the King of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Magician in the center. It's like, who are you kidding? Who are you playing small for? This is so intense of a combination, and they're all masculine figures. We have the Magician, we have the King of Cups, and we have the Page of Wands. This Page of Wands is almost like saying to Aries, get up and do this. Get up and be that king, that manifester that you are. It's in such clear opposition to this focusing on your work. Aries is playing really small. And I'm not really sure why. I get it, like, okay, sure, you were heartbroken. But I don't know. The world and the strength, the magician, the high priestess, the chariot, it's like I'm getting annoyed. And I think there's even a sense of annoyance within the self. Like, I think Aries is, there's this feeling of like, I'm too good for this. I know I'm too good for this. I should be able to overcome this stupid thing weighing on my mind. Like, I'm too good for this. I keep hearing that. I'm too good for this. See how on either side of the king, this page and this magician, it's like they're both raising their hand towards him. And this king is seated with his cups and just sort of very firmly planted in his throne. These two are standing, right? This is about a process of like believing in yourself. This is like a process of, I believe I can do it. I believe I'm worth it. I believe I deserve this. I believe this is growing up. This page is about quickening things, getting things started, getting things growing. It's this like exploring, putting yourself out there, sort of testing that feeling, seeing how it feels. It's very like experimenting. He's also experimenting. He's got all these different elements and he's creating. Aries is getting back in this creative, juicy flow. There's something that it's like welling up inside Aries. And I'm almost getting this image of like somebody just kind of minding their business that nobody really thinks that much of. Maybe it's like Aries has a day job that's very, not fancy, not much, just doing something to pay the bills. And while they're doing that, there's this thing that they care about a lot, right? That's building up, that they're dreaming about, that they're drawn to, that they're fantasizing about, this desire. It's kind of like it's putting Aries in this position where they're growing into this king while nobody really notices. Kind of maybe before even Aries is noticing. Like, I think Aries might not be catching up with their own self-perception. This is such a magical combination. Both of these super yellow backgrounds. Above the Two of Cups. This almost feels like it feels like some sexual magic. Like it almost feels like Aries needing to trust that seductive quality, that it's like in order to create, in order to really be this King of Cups, I don't know, there's a need to honor sex, love, connection, attraction. as sacred, as something that's important to you, as something that you value, or that is part of like your creative ability. Not sacred in terms of like, oh, you need to be, married and whatever before you have sex. I'm talking about like seeing it as something that is part of your creative potential, that adds to how you create instead of taking away from that. It's a necessary ingredient. I think there's this like starving yourself of connection, starving yourself of love in this name of kind of growing up or like getting over something, it's like I can't learn to love. I can't experiment in love. I can't open myself up and grow. It's like I can't open myself up to this because I need to get over this thing that I'm stuck in my head about. And I think the main thing I'm seeing here is like, you kind of don't really need to get over. I think it's a little delusional, the amount of waiting, the amount of I need to. It's funny, this is like backwards from the other readings. It's like all the other ones were like, you need to cut this out and you need to get rid of that and you're holding on to things. This is almost like Aries being delusional that they still need to let go of things. And when in reality, they've already let go of the thing. You're just wasting time at this point. This is the new beginning. You are the King of Cups. You get to have what you want. You're hearing these things in your head because they're for you. Look at this cup being delivered to this king. I remember someone saying something like, self-development and like shadow work and releasing and all of these things are important. But don't get stuck in the mode of releasing. Don't get stuck in the mode of, I need to make sure I have a perfectly clean slate before I start new. This says to me, you're in the mode of releasing, but you're already at your new beginning. You're already here. It's like this King of Cups is underneath this world. He's stepping out into, it's like people can see you. I feel like I almost get this sense that like people can see how much Aries has grown. How it's like seeing a king working at McDonald's or something. It's this like, you have matured. There's a need for us collectively with this Aries full moon, right? To actually recognize how far we've come. Recognize that this is in fact the new beginning. Don't get stuck in the healing part, the releasing, the ending. Recognize that you are in fact showing up at a new beginning right now. Even if you're still hurt over the past, even if you're still dealing with shit, it's like it's right here. There's not really yeah, you're not seeing it. There's some kind of like it's these three cups again. Which reading was that for? That these three cups, these three cards with these head down. Was that Pisces? Was that just the last one that I did? Somebody had these three, and I can't remember right now, but the title, I titled it like "Pick Your Head Up," because it was all of those cards with this head down mentality, this head down body language, and it just so doesn't fit. It just so doesn't fit with this energy at all. Hello? Hello? Like it's like they're all upright too. They're all upright. This is this feminine aspect. This is this masculine aspect. This is a very healed masculine feminine element. And it's almost like there's a need for us even collectively to recognize on this full moon moment how far we've come and now how far we can go. Like, this is such a beautiful balancing of feminine energies. This is the Strength card and the World card. This is like knowing yourself so deeply that you can just walk outside and just be whole, just be walking around. It's almost like being so secure, having such a soft, warm home to come home to that you've made for yourself, that you can go anywhere, that you can be free. It's this relationship between stability and openness, both sides of femininity, right? Those two coming together, it's like that alongside these bad boys here, right? That's such a like stable, healed place to come to. I feel like there's a real need for Aries to recognize that you do in fact you are this king. You are this Strength and World card. It's like, this is not even a far off reality. This desire that you have, this thing that's on your mind while you're trying to play small, it's coming to you because you're already the King of Cups. You already matured. Yeah, it feels like get comfortable with your level of greatness. There's a comfort in playing small. There's a comfort in being the victim. There's a comfort in always having to be busy and always having shit to take care of and always being the one who's, responsible or taking care of things. Or it's like, these just look like excuses to not be great. Imposter syndrome or whatever. It's like, would you rather sit here while you're working and fantasize about this? Really? Or do you want to do something about it? Do you want to make it happen? Do you want to learn and grow and turn into the... It's like... Yeah, I'm like annoyed. I'm annoyed. This is annoying, Aries. Can you stop playing small, please? Can you stop playing the victim in your own head? Can you stop going over all the little places that you were slighted or that you were humiliated or whatever, that you weren't the king? It's like, to me, this is like somebody who's like focused so much on the places that were not treated like the king, that they're completely missing the fact that they are. Yeah, don't do that, Aries. Don't be annoying. Nobody wants to see a king acting like he's you know, acting like he's less than that. We want to feel that desire. We want to see it come out of Aries' imagination. It's stuck. That whatever Aries is avoiding being great through being busy, through being preoccupied over loss, over being preoccupied over the places that they've been rejected or that they've been shamed, or it's like there's this attachment to this head hanging that's got to go. It's ridiculous at this point. It's almost like the people around you are looking at you like, what is Aries doing? Why would you be doing that when you have all that you have? Like, why? We're wondering, right? There's this kind of, and I think this Aries full moon might just be that sort of push over the threshold, right? Okay, it's kind of cool too because, oh, I wonder if that's why the holiday Sukkot happens right now in Judaism, because the Aries, because they do go by the lunar calendar, I think, and an Aries full moon means that we're starting. That would be actually the beginning of the lunar year, because we're starting the zodiac back over. And this month is going to be, it's like we're starting the zodiac back at square one. So Aries, full moon, that equals like the beginning of the lunar cycle. Why did I start talking about that? Oh, yeah. Stepping across, it feels like all the other readings I have been doing, it's been a new beginning that's coming in, and this feels like a new beginning that's here. A new beginning that is very much here and unavoidable. It's unavoidable. It's not that it's going to happen, it's that it is happening. How can we make this adjustment? How can we step into this regal, mature versions of ourselves, right? How can this Aries energy stop playing small, step into the big time, and step out into the world, and like actually let that all that desire and fantasy like see the light of day? Yeah, advice for Aries about that. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to take those too. The Three of Pentacles with Temperance. Stop being hard-headed. Stop being hard-headed. This looks like somebody almost ignoring their angels. This looks like someone ignoring. How similar does this look to you? Somebody keeping themselves busy to ignore their intuition. Somebody working hard to not listen to their higher self, their guides, their angels, their... Wow. See, this is the frustration. This angel in reverse, this temperance in reverse, is a lack of patience. I'm feeling like an irritation. Like there's people around you who are irritated as to why you are not being as big as you need to be. That might be not what Aries wants to hear. Like that might put more pressure on Aries, but it's the truth. People are like, whether it's whoever it is, whether it's actual people around you or whether it's like the angels that are trying to pour water on you, pour water of blessings onto, it's like, it's annoying. It's annoying. I'm annoyed. These three cards came out on the top of the deck. The Ace of Wands, the Six of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. This is the advice. What you have to offer is exactly what someone needs, what that person needs. Here we've got two aces now. Emotions, passions, creativity, and connections. It's like they're both upright too. So that's another confirmation of this new beginning, right? But this is saying in order to me, this feels like this Ace of Cups is about receiving, right, and connecting. And this is more about initiating. This Ace of Wands is more of a masculine, pushing forward energy. It's creating. And here we have the Six of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. This just looks like giving your magic to someone and someone going, oh my God, that's exactly what I needed. Look at like this body language. It's both going in this direction, right? It's this mirroring. These two images mirror each other. He's being comforted by her. She's receiving a cup from him. It's like this passion that you have, Aries, this whatever it is that you're desiring in your, imagination space, in your fantasy space, this thing that you're wanting so badly, that's like on your mind, in your heart. It's exactly what's needed. Someone needs it. Someone needs that, what you have to offer, that level of passion that you have to offer. Wow, it's such such a strong new beginning because we've got the Page and the Ace of Wands. The Pages announce a whole new phase. It's like the person who comes in and says like, the king is coming, and now, so it's together with this Ace of Cups. It's just like, again, this new beginning is here for you. It is here. It's already here. And stop acting like your love, your creations isn't going to nourish someone. There's this stinginess in selling yourself short. Like you're all caught up in your head. Feeling like what you have isn't, you have to get this right, or you have to, I have to stop. Like we need what you have to offer. I think this is just such a blanket statement in terms of how we all feel about putting ourselves out there, how we all feel about that enthusiasm. The Aries energy is that Fool card energy. It's about just taking the leap and putting yourself out there. So when it comes to doing that, so much of the time we feel more comfortable playing it small. We all have done that at some point, right? We all see the people around us do that, where it's like, you're just like, God, could you just get out of your head and be as great as we can all see that you are? Why are you acting like the love that you have isn't going to change someone's life? You don't have to be perfect, okay? It's like, stop being stingy by being insecure. Your insecurities are leading you to be stingy with yourself. And they're actually huge blessings. This will actually make someone really happy. This will, whatever it is, that level of creativity, a level of love, whatever it is that Aries is beyond due, that level of love and that level of creativity that Aries has, it's beyond due in this, 3D world. It's like Aries feels it. It's undeniable. We see it in Aries. People around, it's like people can see your gifts. People can see your spark. People can see what lights you up. Don't think you're fooling anybody. You know what I mean? And then don't think that you're helping anybody by holding it back. Yeah, this is what that says. You're not helping anybody by holding back your gifts, by holding back your passions. You're just annoying us. I mean, I so relate to this. I'm an Aries myself, and I definitely relate to that. Like, it's annoying. I know people around me will be like, why are you not doing XYZ? Or why, I see it in other people. You can see that the gifts that people have. And then when you see somebody just playing the victim in their head, or caught up, stuck thinking about something that they have no business even thinking about, that they're way too good for. It's that kind of energy. And I don't know, this just speaks to this full moon being like, you better see yourself for how far you've come. Like, there's no more playing it small. There's no more excuses. There's no more excuses for being like, oh, no, there's no more excuses. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for a beautiful reading. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching and subscribing and liking, all of those good things. I'm going to do Taurus next. So I will see you then. Until then, be well, sending you protection if you want it, and I'll see you around.